Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Strength Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Goku Kaioken or Kaioken Goku unit, and we're going to see just how good he is in DBZ Dokkan after his Easy A. Now Goku is pretty good. He is 170% Universal Survival Saga and Reps of Universe 7 lead. Yeah, honestly speaking, being a Reps of Universe 7 lead and a Universal Survival Saga lead feels a bit weird because Reps of Universe 7 is included in the USS, but it is what it is. So it's pretty good stuff. In terms of passive, he's got 159% attack and defense. He builds up 10% attack and defense for every hit that he takes. If there is another Universal Survival Saga category ally that's in the same turn as him, he will guard all attacks, and he will do this for 5 turns from the start of turn. Then, in terms of his passive, he has 59% attack when performing a super attack, alongside gaining another 59% attack when his health is below 50%. So he looks pretty good from that perspective. A real big thing about him is the Spirit Bomb mechanic, which is an active skill that can be activated when his health falls below a certain threshold, and you have 3 or more Universal Survival Saga Reps of Universe 7 category allies in the team. And we'll discuss that a little bit more just now. In terms of his link skills, he has Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Over in a Flash, Kamehameha, Fierce Battle, and Tournament of Power, all being relatively solid links. And in terms of category, he's on probably literally like a bajillion categories, which is fine. It's great to see him on a ton of categories. Now before we talk about his active skill, let's just discuss a little bit about his stats. And we're looking pretty good here, 200k defense. It's really solid. My Goku has 2 dupes in him, so that's obviously also important to take note of. And yeah, in general, he's looking pretty good. Decent number of links active. He's got good support on this rotation, and so we're looking really solid. Goku is what I would best describe as an absolute glass cannon, and not terribly made of glass like before. Goku was made of glass and he just couldn't take a single hit. Nowadays he's been designed to basically be able to take some hits, at least normals, especially in the beginning with his guard mechanic, and this enables him to really fully build up his attack, and then he starts to look really crazy. Like we're starting to, we're talking really crazy. We're gonna see nuts attack stats. Goku hits 8 millions, 9 millions, 10 millions, 12 millions. He's just pretty crazy, to be honest with you. Now the big thing about him is obviously consistency. So kind of the issue he has is his Spirit Bomb mechanic. So as a base unit, he's pretty good. He's a good volume damage dealer. He's decently, I'm not going to say he's a tank, but he's not, made of fiberglass anymore. But the big issue that he has is that his active skill requires you to have 3 Reps of Universe 7 category characters. This is actually relatively difficult to achieve because of a couple reasons. So one of the main reasons is that Universe 7, Reps of Universe 7 is very limited as a category and also has trash units. So right now it just doesn't have good units in any way, shape or form, unfortunately. And this is, an unfortunate side effect of like when you use these units. Sometimes their teams are not directly up to scratch, and this is kind of where Goku falls. He as a unit is great. MVP 17 helps him out a lot, and Vegeta, also like helps him out a lot, like the AGL Vegeta. But he needs a couple of the LRs to Easy A. If his team can get a couple Easy A's, then he can start to look really solid. And all of a sudden, he's not so bad. Well, not bad, but he's not so limited. Because right now, he's a great unit, but he's just a tad limited. And I think that's maybe his only real, shame. His only real shame is that he's just a wee a wee bit limited, and I think this is the only unfortunate effect that he has, basically, as a unit. Beyond that, though, he looks really good. The Spirit Bomb is a ton of fun to use, and if you use it correctly and you have a whole bunch of buffs with it, he can do some pretty gnarly damage. You know, we're talking like crazy attack stats. I mean, you can really buff this guy up. Like, he's hitting 12 millions here, but he can hit like 25 millions, 20 millions, 18 millions. If you've got the support, you've got the setup, if you've got the links and everything, he can do some crazy stuff. So links are going to be a interesting situation for this guy for a couple reasons. So obviously his main link, I would say, is obviously Tournament of Power. It's his main key link, and over in a flash. It doesn't mean he's useless if he doesn't have them, but he's definitely not maybe as good as, you know, he might like be without it. So I think like you do need to factor that in a little bit. I do think as a unit though, he's quite solid. I think, yeah, a couple things I would definitely, you know, prioritize with him is, you know, some kind of key link over in the flash or Tournament of Power. But yeah, god units will give him, you know, warrior gods, godly power. He links up pretty decently with Goku units. You know, having Super Saiyan, Fierce Battle, all those sort of things is also quite solid for him. So yeah, I would say maybe not the most spectacular unit, but definitely a solid unit. You know, he does a very, very good job in the link department. Now, as a unit, we saw the attack stats. This guy is an offensive beast. He may not be defensively huge. He's good enough. Not crazy, but defensively very much good enough. It's the limitations of his team and this active skill that's unfortunately the only hindrance. One really nice thing though is that his Spirit Bomb does huge damage. We're talking, you know, mega levels damage. So he does have the ability to scale out in future, which I think is a good thing for him overall. But yeah, just pretty good unit. Honestly, I'm super impressed with him. I think he does a great job. I think he's really good. I think he's a fantastic unit, and the the Spirit Bomb mechanic is a ton of fun, and it's really something that you can get really wild and wacky with, and I think that's good. I think the game needs units that are really just designed to be different. You know, he's not designed to be this all-encompassing beast in multiple aspects. He's designed to be this huge, you know, offensive juggernaut, and I think that's the coolest thing about him. He very clearly is just designed to have fun, to go a bit crazy and just have this unit that can just kind of decimate stages. And yeah, that's it for me. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.